Hey everybody, this is Doc Mack from the Galloping Ghost Arcade out in Brookfield, Illinois. Today is Monday, October 8th, 2018, and we are here for yet another Monday Mystery Game. Coming up on 3 years pretty soon. Every Monday here with a new game for the arcade floor for over 3 years. That means at least 150 plus new games in the last 3 years. Some days we have a lot more than just one. So thank you all for joining us as always. It's been an amazing weekend, amazing day here, very busy. A lot of people anxious to see what this game is. There's been a crowd around it all day, everybody guessing, and we'll find out momentarily. First, we have to talk about last week's Monday Mystery Game. It was TH Strikes Back, which had made its original debut out at our T20 tournament. It was one of 14 new games. Those 14 new games, a few have made it here on the floor. There's still several that were exclusive to T20. As we get closer and closer to our expansion, I'm sure some of those will be returning. But last week for TH Strikes Back, his Monday Mystery, high score went to Chris Plackey, your Gamer of the Year. Chris, congratulations again. Here's your ghost coin. We have a good use for those coming up very soon. So,
Saving.
How many do you have now?
I think maybe $70 worth.
$70 worth. All right. What did you think of TH Strikes Back? I know you had played it at the T20 tournament. You managed to pull away with the top score for this Monday. How far did you get?
The Boston level 3. It is a T20 favorite. And I'm going to be playing it a lot later today.
Very awesome. It is. We just updated the marquee. I had there was a mistake on the year. It said that it came out in 94, and we adjusted that because it came out in 92. So we updated that on the marquee. It was bothering us, and that has been fixed. So congratulations, Chris Plackey. One step closer to a 10x belt win. How many? 3 wins towards a 10x belt. We shall see. Currently, Chris is our Gamer of the Year and our 10x champion. So we'll see if he's got the Hardcore Championship. We've been seeing people fight for that all day. Hardcore Championship, which originated, well, the way that works is you get to play, you challenge a champion if he's here. And we pick a game at random, and if you win, you become the Hardcore Champion, have to defend against anybody else who challenges you. So one of those little things that we do here that people seem to appreciate. If you are the Hardcore Champion, if you walk away with that belt, you get free admission to the arcade as long as you are the Hardcore Champion. You get free snacks, free drinks, all that's comped. So huge benefits to being the champion. Also one of those things that we look at for Gamer of the Year as well. So next time you're here, make sure, ask if the Hardcore Champion is here, challenge them, maybe you'll walk away as the champion. So we have a lot of things also coming up. Again, Monday Mystery coming up momentarily. Been talking so much about News for Pinball and the expansion. All that is coming. Not even going to get into it. It's very close. Super excited for Shang Tsung's Fight Night. That it's going to be October 27th, Saturday, right here at the arcade. Previous MK events that we've done, like Combat Con, are at different venues and have separate ticket prices. This one is right here, and you get to be a part of it with your just the standard $20 admission here. You're going to meet a lot of the actors that were in the original Mortal Kombat. We got John Parrish coming. We got Philip Bond coming. John Turk, Sal DeVita. So many of the great MK actors. So make sure you make plans to be here Saturday, October 27th, because it's going to be an awesome time. So do not miss it. What else do we have coming up? We have Pinball Expo. That's coming up not next week, but the week after. That's going to be huge. Stay tuned for more details on that. Also, this Friday, we will be doing, am I correct? This Friday at 4 p.m. Stay tuned to our Facebook or Twitch, which we probably will be doing on both our Facebook page and our Twitch page. We're going to be doing a live podcast. We are so far behind to get everybody caught up on everything. So much to talk about. If you got questions, make sure you join in, ask them live on stream. We're going to be answering all sorts of stuff. As always, me and former Gamer of the Year, Pete Hahn. So definitely a lot of fun and a lot to catch everybody up on. But now, I think it's time to unveil the Monday Mystery Game. We got a lot of people waiting, so let's summon forth former Gamer of the Year, Pete Hahn, to help me with today's unfailing. Pete, what is up? How was the weekend?
I enjoyed it. It was a little slow because it was pretty nice out, but it's okay.
As with any holiday weekend, it kind of spreads out over all 3 days. So definitely awesome. It was definitely a busy day here today. And glad so many people can join us here for the Monday Mystery Game. So without further ado, your Monday Mystery Game. I got to unveil this one slightly different than normal. I have to be very aware of some stuff going on. Hold on. All right. Your Monday Mystery Game is none other than Rastan Saga 3 Warrior Blade. The third in the Rastan Saga. This is, I believe there are probably 2 boards here in the U.S. I see Pete Gore is very excited for this one. Awesome game. Very, very cool. Extremely rare. This was such a project to get this here, such a project to get this whole cabinet built up. As with our Darius 2 cabinet, this is a scratch-built cabinet. We had Jeremy Fox over at Prince Arcades help us with the actual cabinet. He did all the woodwork. The assembly on this, it's a double monitor game. So one monitor is mounted down in the cabinet, and the picture is actually reversed and mirrored. Then there's a second monitor, which is playing straight, sticking out the back, and then there's a sheet of mirrored glass, one-way mirror. So the image coming through on this monitor is straight on. This monitor, it's reflected. Really, really cool. Takes a lot of fine-tuning. We still have a little more adjustments to do, but we will make do for right now. So this one, we are still, just like Darius 2, we are anxious to do a live stream on this, and because it's 2 monitors, it is a little more complicated. But we have all the stuff we need on the way, not ready. The cabinet's set up for it, but we don't have the final components that we need to do a direct feed from it. Hopefully by next week we'll be doing that, and very anxious for it. It should be really cool. This game, Warrior Blade, came out in 1991. Again, the third Rastan game, the original one, came out in 87. The sequel, Nastar Warrior, came out in 88. And this was the final follow-up. This is where Rastan becomes king. So very, very cool game. Definitely a unique to see it here in the U.S. So let's bring up Chris Blackie, your Gamer of the Year. People excited. Chris, are you at all familiar with Warrior Blade Episode 3 of Rastan Saga?
No, I am not. But just from looking at it, reminds me of Blade Master. Blade Master, the recent Monday Mystery Game. So, yeah.
Awesome. Definitely has some Golden Axe feel to it. I played through it a couple of times already. You can choose one of 3 characters. There's Rastan, Dewey, or Sophia. Pete Gores, happy to see Warrior Blade. Are you familiar with the game?
I have only seen the game. I've never played it.
Really? Awesome. So this will be a first. Was it one that you ever thought we would get?
I'm sorry?
Did you ever think that we would have it here at the arcade?
No.
I've only seen the board for sale twice. And it is outrageously rare. It popped up on auction in Japan, and had to have it. Had to have it. It had to be here. We were always concerned about how we were going to do this cabinet. Again, a little monitor looks slightly off. We will fine-tune that. Always difficult moving these cabinets, especially working with a mirror inside of it. No factory mounts in this thing. It was all from scratch. So I must say, one of the funnest cabinet builds that we've done to date, just because there was so many things we had to get. We had to get the tinted plexi. We had to get the mirror. We tried on Darius. On Darius 2. We had tried using a plexi as the reflective mirror, and it started to droop rather quickly. So we found an actual two-way mirror glass that worked well. There's the old wizard that joins you. If you hit him, he'll freeze the enemies or call meteors down on them, or he'll do a single attack. You have MP that you can use against your enemies by hitting the wizard. He follows you pretty much until he runs out of MP or you get to the boss. He can't help you with the bosses. There's Meteor Strike. There are so many. The bosses in this game, totally awesome.
Is this important, or is it called something else in Japan? Is it called the Rastan Saga 3?
No, in Japan it is Rastan Saga Episode 3, Warrior Blade. So it did not have a U.S. release as far as I can tell. I've never seen one here in the U.S. You can see here Rastan just going even more barbarian. Axe blade at the end of his sword. This boss, really cool, made it onto the side art. There's not a lot of artwork for this game. Two-headed, weird skeleton monster. Just shatters him. That sword axe is very strong. You can play the levels in whatever order you want. There's 4 main stages and then a final 5th stage. You see, it is a dirty water that you are walking in. We'll say it's a mud river. You're in a sunken ship that's half waterlogged. You're climbing up. That sword is difficult to climb with, I would imagine. It is twice. There is a dash attack. There is a ground stab. You can do jumping attacks. If you shake, there's the third button which calls lightning down on you, and it'll take health from you. Oh, he's got the fire sword. The sound on this game is just excellent. When you're standing there playing it, it's stereo sound. Initially, when I had wired it up, I was unaware it had stereo sound, and went back in and made sure that the stereo sound was working. Your health regenerates based on how many enemies you've defeated, how much treasure you've picked up. You can actually just run through the whole game. You can just run. You don't have to kill everybody. But that's not how you get a score. That's not how you get the treasure. This boss, such a fan of this boss. So cool. Chris Plackey playing like the barbarian that he is. He doesn't, there's no strategy. He's just jumping in there. 5 levels to the game. There are sometimes, let's see if he's got the protection power up, so he's even stronger now. Bad fortune though. He's been poisoned by the giant octopus. Off. Just 2. The later games, starting with Darius 2, obviously the original Darius was 3-screen. Ninja Warriors was 3-screen. Darius 2 The initial run was 3-screen. The later version of the game was only 2-screen, and shortly after that came out, this came out, and they only did this in 2-screen. There was not a 3-screen version of this game. I've seen the wizard do a few other spells. I've seen him turn everybody into frogs. There's quite a few different things that he can do. I'm not even sure if I've seen everything. You can actually also walk up and pick guys up and headbutt them, throw them, and then cut them in the air. There's some blood. There's Pete Hahn asking if it's bloody. There's some blood. Another boss. 1991. This monster very reminiscent of Biollante, the Godzilla fought in '89. So, any influence? I don't know. I don't know. Takes him out, past level 3. Or no, that's, we're still in stage 2, I believe. There's some levels that are, yeah, they are some multi-part stages. Yes, Pete Gore is pointing out. Yes, now he is going in. That was all of level 1. Now he's off to the tower. There were 2 treasures in the first level that he picked. Now Rastan riding a dragon up the canyon. The game difficulty, it is on default settings. We're hearing the people asking, can the difficulty be increased? The first few levels they're pretty easy difficulty. It does pick up. It does. It does. RoboCop 2 syndrome, where it's easy. We are running on the default difficulty. What's that?
Someone asked who is player 2's character.
Player 2, you can play as either Sophia, the female warrior, or Dewey. I believe he's a thief. Sophia has a whip, a lot of speed, long range, not as much strength. Rastan, of course, mostly strength. For those just joining us, today's Monday Mystery Game is Rastan Saga 3 Warrior Blade, released from Taito in 1991. The third part in the Rastan series, Rastan started in 1987. Nastar Warrior was the follow-up game that came out in 1988. We're watching your Gamer of the Year, Chris Blackie, play. Great hack and slash action. Chris opting to play as Rastan himself. After he's done with it. Uh-oh. Oh, that's it. 111,600 points for Chris Plackey. Excellent first time playing the game. That is going to wrap up our Facebook stream for today. Jump over to our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Galloping Ghost Arcade, and we're going to watch some other people play today's Monday Mystery Game, Warrior Blade, Rastan Saga 3, which was released in 1991 from Taito. Ours is in a custom cabinet. Great prize. We're going to have a lot of information on Facebook on it tomorrow, so make sure you check that out. Thanks, everybody. Again, jump over to Twitch and join us here next Monday for another Monday Mystery Game. Thanks, everybody. This is Doc Mack from the Galloping Ghost Arcade, and we hope to see you around the arcade soon. Thanks a lot, everybody.